the most important four factors really that influence health and long term, and you will die old young, literally. So one of the most important things is to die old, but you're young. Okay, it's really a very important issue here. Requires a lot of thought, but this is really a very important and profound phrase. So basically, the most important thing is to understand that all fad diets are fad diets, and you cannot keep them indefinitely. There is no diet which is a quirky diet that you can literally keep indefinitely. And once you, for any reason, deviate from that diet, you're going to slump back. Now, some diets are dangerous, literally outright dangerous. And I believe that the so-called Atkinson diet or the keto diet and so on belongs in that group. I know I'm going to be attacked by all sorts of people because of that, but this is backed up by science. Now, Atkinson, with my great respect to him, he did not die healthy or really old. Okay, he died in heart failure. I know he banged his head and so on, but that's a different issue. But if you look at the human body and you look at those people who are on a keto diet, you'll find that they lose most of the weight from the muscle bulk, not from the fat, which is the sad part of it, really. Why? Because nobody wants to lose muscle. Everybody wants to lose fat. So when you are on a keto diet, really, you're doing something which is totally 100% abnormal. Why? Because you're not a lion, you're not a dog, you're not a cat. You are literally a herbivore trying to be an omnivore. You're literally defying what, whether you believe God created you or you have evolved over the centuries and millennia, is irrelevant. The important thing is that we are not carnivores. So when you try to masquerade as one, you'll pay the price, a very, very heavy price. So animal products are going to have a lot of bacteria. They're going to have a lot of hormones, a lot of antibiotics. 80% of the antibiotics in the United States are literally used on pigs and cows and fowl and chickens. Literally, 80%. It's no wonder that we are having so many resistant strains. So all those fad diets are not really practical. So when you're on a whole plant-based diet, okay, you can cheat occasionally, that's fine. Or you're having 10 or 15% of your diet in fat, literally, preferably plant-based fat. You're going to have a little animal, that's fine. But if you think about it in those terms, 15, no more than 20%. Whereas if you're on a keto diet, literally, you're talking about 40, 50%, which is of course detrimental. So when you're on a 10 to 15% fat and of course plant-based, and you eat carbohydrate complex, not purified, not refined carbohydrate, like no sugar, nothing white like rice and so on, then literally you can eat carbohydrate to your heart's content. You can fill yourself up with cabbage, you can fill yourself up with broccoli, and you're going to live extremely happily ever after. So that's what I believe in, and that's what I practice. And I'm extremely healthy, I think, for what I do, and I've got a lot of stamina, a lot of all that stuff. And of course, if you ask the strongest man in the world, like they did in a documentary recently called The Game Changers, they asked him, how come you don't eat meat when bulls, and you're strong as a bull? His answer was, well, have you ever seen a bull eat meat? And I think that is really very profound.